Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another mod overview for The Sims 4. And this one is some more fan-made maps. So you may remember I've done a couple of videos like this in the past, where DerShayan and NoirSims have this collab going, where NoirSims has done these fan-made maps. He's done a bunch of worlds that he's come up with, but he's also done the actual worlds that are in the game in his style, and then DerShayan puts them into the game as a mod. So they've already done quite a few of them, and this time around I'm showing off San Myshuno, Brindleton Bay, and Forgotten Hollow. So this is San Myshuno right here, and just yes, all of my yes. This is so much easier for me to look at than the one that is supplied in the game. I remember the first time I saw the Maxis one, I was just like, oh my gosh, where do I look? But this one is definitely easier on my eyes, especially when it comes to looking at the Myshuno Meadows area here. Like, you can see there's all the buildings, and it's just easier to see the lot, in my opinion, because, I don't know, it almost felt like not quite hidden in the Maxis version, but kind of like, yeah, I don't know, a little bit harder to see than it should be, in my opinion. And it's kind of neat. There's like the train tracks going through the fashion district. I really love that. And what else do I really like? I don't know. Just like the whole thing. I've noticed like these two buildings move a little bit when I hover over them, but it's like a very minor thing. I don't actually mind it that much. But yeah, then there's the Spice District over here, and the colors are pretty accurate to those apartment buildings. And I don't know, I don't think the black color on these two buildings is that accurate, but I haven't actually played in these two buildings that much. It's mainly this half where I play when it comes to Uptown. But yeah, overall, wow, this is really cool, and it still has the feeling of like a really busy city, because you have all of these different buildings back here, and they vary a little bit in color too, which is nice. And oh, I almost didn't notice that they actually do have the I don't know what you call it. I think it is an actual roundabout. I just don't remember if there was like an actual road going around it in game, but I think there is. I just remember seeing it a couple times before when I just happened to look down. I was like, oh, okay. It's there. But alright, I think then we are going to move on to Forgotten Hollow. It's right next to it. And yeah, there you go. You got this really kind of eerie vibe out of it. I don't think I actually minded the Maxis map too much, but I really like NoirSims' take on it here. So yeah, and you have like the waterfall there, and then you have that gravestone in the middle of the lake. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, I wonder if there's some way of getting there, but no, you actually can't. And yeah, I don't know. Forgotten Hollow is a small world, so there's a lot less for me to say about it, since there's less stuff to cover here. But overall, yeah, just a really nice world map. Nice world map, specifically, that I think does the world itself a lot of justice. So yeah, I think with that, we will move on to Brindleton Bay, and this is definitely, well, I don't know, San Myshuno's is good too, but like, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this beauty. Just, oh my gosh. My eyeballs were so pleased when I saw this for the first time, because even though I've said before, I don't really mind the Maxis Brindleton Bay map too much, this still is like, wow. This feels like an improvement to me, and you even have the buildings over here that you can actually see when you are playing in any of these lots in Whiskerman's Wharf. And I think the only complaint I have about this is that on Deadgrass Isle, like, there should be a pet cemetery around here, but there isn't, because the pet cemetery, in my opinion, is just like pretty much the biggest landmark on Deadgrass Isle, aside from the lighthouse, I guess, and the museum, if you really want to call that. But not many people really seem to like museums in The Sims 4, including myself. I find they're pretty, I don't know, pointless most of the time, except for this one. I like this one. But yeah, it'd be nice if there was kind of like a pet cemetery here. And also, I guess it's not really accurate on this side to have all the rocks, because I know for a fact there's at least one fishing spot over here where I've had Miles from my Seasons Let's Play. Like, he came over here with his Fox Prower and just went fishing here. So yeah, there's like a little bit more there than just like the rocks, but still, like, overall it's not like a huge deal to me. But yeah, would be nice to see the pet cemetery. But all this other stuff over here, there's some nice improvements. Like in the Maxis version of the map, the highway, I'm pretty sure it's not even drawn on the map, but here in this version, yeah, it's definitely there, and you can see it just winding around the mountain, which I think looks really cool. And also, the bridge placement is a little bit more accurate in here in comparison to the Maxis one. And then you have the beach like a little bit more nicely drawn in the dock, and you even have the little kind of, it's not quite a parking lot, but it is sort of, because there's cars parked there. I actually recognize it because I play in this neighborhood so much. It's probably my most played neighborhood for the past year or so in the entire game, not just this world. So it's like, yeah, that's where some cars park, and then there's like the trail, and then it leads up to the raccoon lady's house in my game. Yeah, it's some really nice attention to detail, and I do like how the highway actually does kind of lead into the farmland that you can see from the Sable Square neighborhood. So that's kind of neat, even though you can't really see the highway lead into the farmland when you're in the game. I kind of like that there is kind of like a little bit more fiction there. I think when I first talked about this world, I imagined it connecting to the downtown portion, but this works too. And yeah, Sable Square, you can also see there's the lake, and yeah, there's like a lake on that side, and then you can see the covered bridge on the other side. That's really cute. Just, oh my gosh. And then even like the dock here with the sailboats, it's just so nice. Like, I could spend a lot of time just looking at this map, because there's so much. There's just so much here, and I absolutely love it. And well, that pretty much wraps it up. So at this point, they have done every single world in the game except for Selva Dorada from Jungle Adventure and Del Sol Valley, though in Del Sol Valley's case, I mean, it just came out last week, so I'm sure it'll probably only be a matter of time until they tackle this map too, hopefully in like December or January. I don't know, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what NoirSims will draw out, especially like with Starlight Boulevard. It's like the road, or like the pathway, is way over here when it should be over here, but I don't know if much can be done. It might look a little scrunched if someone was to try and draw it in there, so I don't know. But yeah, maybe overall it can just look a lot nicer, and yeah, maybe it could just be like the road drawn in there. I guess in terms of accuracy, it might not be too bad. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm sure, just like with Brindleton Bay, NoirSims will make it look a lot better. And yeah, it's awesome that DerShayan is taking the time to put NoirSims' maps into the game, because overall, I know there's a few people who prefer the simplicity, and that's fine, but me personally, I definitely appreciate more detail in the maps, but not to the point where it's like super in your face, but it's like, it's so much more accurate to what you see in the game too, especially with Newcrest. I still say it's one of my favorites, just in terms of like, it's just a huge improvement over the original, I think, because you actually see like the roads, and some of the placement in the Maxis map of Newcrest is way off. It's kind of strange, but yeah, I think I'm just going to wrap this up here. So I will leave the link to the download page in the video description below. You're just actually downloading each map individually. So if, say, you just wanted the San Myshuno map, but you were okay with all the other ones as they are, then you can do that. But be sure to leave a like or a comment or even subscribe, because it lets me know that you like my channel, my videos, and it helps you keep up to date more easily with my latest content from Sonic the Hedgehog, The Sims, and more. So I'll talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching. I have no idea why in that moment I felt so compelled to say Sonic the Hedgehog first, because I usually say it second. Oh well, yay, cool maps.